Good evening, Speed Gaming! What's up, guys? Falconic FF here. We are about to take on our second Speed Gaming Final Fantasy Randomizer match of the night. We've got Fuzzymage versus ArsonHorse, two brand new people to the community. Both of them started in the April-May section here. I am joined in the commentator's booth here by Minochi85. Minochi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I'm excited. Ready to get this one on the road. This is game 2. Demon Frog, also in the commentator's booth. We're 3-man in this. How are you tonight?
Doing all right. Looking excited. Battle of the New Blood.
Battle of the New Bloods. Like we said, Fuzzymage, ArsonHorse, two newbies to the community just joined for this tournament. And yet here they are in the Elite 8. One of them guaranteed a spot in the Final 4. Amazing, amazing. Looks like we have a Red Mage and a Fighter forced tonight. Mono, do you like that?
It's pretty normal because with the flags up 150%, a fighter and a red mage is mostly very popular choice. So it's pretty nice for a random 2 force.
These are two characters you would almost certainly see picked by default anyways. Demon Frog, Fighter, Red Mage forced. What are your next two? How do you round out this party?
I mean, I really do like doing the dual Red Mage, White Mage that ArsonHorse has. Though with the all the chest digging you're going to have to do, the Thief that Fuzzymage is running may end up getting him through those dungeons faster, getting those runs faster. We'll have to see how the spell list shakes out to see who's going to have the advantage there.
And that's one of the new features here with the Elite 8 flags, is that there are going to be 4 items loose in the world. They could be the most important items in the game. They could be non-essential. It could be the bridge. Could be the ship that you don't need if you get the canoe and the floater early. So with that in mind, having a Thief that can be put at the top of your party and help you run from battles early, maybe save you some ambushes, get you some preemptives, could be a huge play. But then again, like you said, rolling double reds and a white, you're going to have your magic covered. So it's going to be an interesting one for sure.
I mean, the other thing on top of it, yeah, there are 4 items that are key items in chests, but also all quest items are in that incentive pool. That means you could take all that time, walk up to ordeals just to find out that you got whammied and it's the canal. So it's going to be interesting seeing if these guys are going to put off those incentivized dungeons and dig chests or roll the dice and try to get those incentivized items cleared out.
So Mono, how do you like to handle these flags? You're actually one of our current Elite 8 runners. Do you try to go out and seek the 4 chests, or do you have an idea of where you want to go in your mind, and then you kind of pick up things along the way?
I usually want to finish an orb dungeon first. So if I can clear a full clear of an orb dungeon, I'll go there first and pick up the chest along the way. So if I can skip like Ice Cave and Ordeal at the end of the game, that's mean I saved myself 10 minutes plus.
Sure. We should be starting up here soon. This is game number 2 from Fuzzymage and ArsonHorse. ArsonHorse with the 1-0 lead over Fuzzy. Fuzzy's not happy with that. He said he had a case of the Mondays today, and today's going to be a little bit rough. I get the feeling Fuzzy's actually going to pull this off here. Just in my mind, he's the type of player that doesn't take things too seriously. Just kind of lets water roll off the back. We're going to see if he can pick it up and force a game 3 here today.
And they are off.
All right, I think I saw a zap there. Life 2, heal 3, invis, and harm 2 here in the white magic. So great white magic already. Life 2 in the 3rd slot. What does that mean?
Learnable by red mages.
There you go. ArsonHorse. Go ahead.
So having to rely on Zap isn't the best thing in the world, though.
It's not, but I'll take Zap over Rub any day.
I mean, it's an AoE spell. It's probably one of the best things you could ask for at the beginning of the game. Plus the Life 2 spells. Come on, guys.
Well, the white magic definitely is stacked for level 1. And then Arson opting to take a couple of levels in case that Zap takes a few rounds to land when he gets up to Temple of Fiends.
Here's something else to keep in mind. That was Saber at level 1, and Fuzzymage has a Thief that is going to turn into a ninja at some point, hopefully. That could be a pretty big spell to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, 4 charges max of that Saber on that Thief. Good. If you find the power bonk, put that on the Fighter. You actually have 2 melees able to hit really hard when you get to that endgame content.
Absolutely. And if you get Invis 2 for the white mage and the white shirt for the red mage, you've got 2 buffers and 2 defenders.
23k pro rings.
Yep. So Iron Staff for 12. That's probably the one I'm going to pick up for the knight and for the white mage here. And it looks like you've got your zap for the red mages. I think that's enough for me to go ahead and make my way up to TOF. Do you guys stay and fight imps, or do you make your way?
Level 2 and go, I say.
If I can get a cabins, did they check the shop for cabins or a tent yet? I didn't look at it.
I haven't seen an item shop check. Yeah, if there's a cheap tent or cabin, definitely go at level 2.
Yeah, I would have tried to cabin outside and kill Garland right away with Zap, but Zap is a chance spell, so you might miss both your spells. So having a cabins, getting a reset is nice.
Okay. Well, no cabins, but cheap houses, yeah. Cheap houses. A little bit too expensive for now, but cheap houses overall. So we got a little bit of, 5k. Almost 5.5k gold there at the bottom left for TOF. ArsonHorse making the kill on top left. Now, Opal Bracelet. Fantastic armor for his mages already. Opal Gauntlet. Probably not going to see that in use too much, especially if we found the Power Gauntlet later. Looks like ArsonHorse is going to pick up a gold fight here, and he'll be taking his way over to Garland here in just a second. The Knight gets taken down. Was that Death Touch? Or was that just damage?
I did not see. Oh, no. I did not see, but he's got life 2, so it doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter when you get life 2 at level 1. Zap goes out on Garland, ineffective. Another zap from Beer goes off. Exiled to the 4th dimension. Garland down for ArsonHorse. No big. All right, he picks up 3 levels there. We're going to rescue Princess Sarah. We are going to get the TNT from the king. And the bridge from Princess Sarah. So we are making our way over to Provoca area. So here's the next question. Do you guys like to check Matoya without having the crystal to turn in? Do you just make your way to Provoca?
It depends on my gold. If I have enough gold, I would not check Matoya. But look at it at this. It's like you got 5k starting plus an opal bracelet to sell. I mean gauntlet to sell. So I don't think you need to check Provoca at this point. I mean Matoya Cave.
And I already know the answer to this one from Minochi, so I'm going to ask this one to Demon Frog. You picked up that opal bracelet. Do you sell that right now?
No, you got mages, especially on Fuzzy's side. He has a thief that he's going to want to keep up front that's not going to have any good armor other than that opal bracelet. I would definitely hold on to it on Fuzzy's mage's side. On Arson's as well. On a lot of times you'll move that red mage up to that top slot, maybe give him that opal bracelet and have him actually survive a hit from Kraken.
And as you were talking, I realized I accidentally said bracelet. I meant gauntlet. You saw the opal gauntlet you picked up.
Oh, yeah, the gauntlet, yes, especially. You saw pro rings in Corneria. Sell it immediately, get that starting war fund going.
I think you saw that gauntlet there. That's a move straight out of Minochi's playbook. Doesn't serve you any good right now. Go ahead and turn it into money that does.
Yeah, opal gauntlets, vorpals, yeah, they're all...
So already we have route divergence. You have ArsonHorse booking it to Provoca. You have Fuzzymage. Where's he going?
Hooray!
Well, Dwarf Cave, it's not a bad check.
Going Dwarf Cave, especially if a progression item's here. What if the ship's here?
I still like Arson's play better. Get those level 2, and there's that Fade.
Fade and Cure 4 level 2. So that's going to be...
Quad X2 as well. Wow.
That's going to be Red Mage learnable. So the Red Mages are going to have Fade, and they're going to have Cure 4. There's the ship from turning in the TNT on Fuzzymage's side.
That's not too bad. The ship, traveling-wise, is much faster than walking.
Absolutely. Fuzzymage talking to the Ray Dwarves twice for good measure. ArsonHorse here has the better party based off the magic we've seen, but Fuzzymage getting that ship early, he's going to be able to travel and make up quite a bit of ground here. Demon Frog, do you like the idea, even without the TNT, of doing Dwarf before Provoca?
No, I usually hit Provoca. I usually will, especially not having a damaging AoE spell, I would definitely hit the Provoca up. Hope for a tier 2, hope for a tier 3, nuke, fade, something other than a instant death.
Light 2, Quad X, and Warp. Warp at level 2. You really couldn't ask for anything better there. That's going to open up Waterfall whenever you get the chance. It's going to open up Ice pretty well. And we have Pirates being pulled here on Arson's side while Fuzzymage makes his way east Is he going to check Matoya, or is he going to go straight to Provoca?
I mean, like I said, I agree with Minochi. No need right this second to head to Provoca. You have a ship, you have a lot of stuff open to you. And a bottle, so nothing progression.
So bottle from Bicky, and we inch closer and closer towards seeing. And the herb. The herb is for sale as our vendor item for 6,800. So with that, we don't know what that's going to turn into. It very well could be our canoe. But if it's not, we inch closer and closer to a marsh cave dot.
Well, it's not too bad. You have board level 2, so you can always get out of Marsh, and the house price is cheap. It's not that bad.
Yeah, 400 for a house isn't bad. See, now once Fuzzymage gets to Provoca and he finds out that it's the bottle, I would then maybe prioritize a Matoya check at that point and hope and pray you don't have to do a Marsh dive like Arson's doing now.
Luckily for us, I think ArsonHorse is about to tell us what's in Matoya. Yep, he's making his way north. We're going to find out here in just a second. All right, Will Cleos is joining us in chat. He called the previous game there between Tristal and Edgeworth. Fantastic race. ArsonHorse doesn't have the canoe, but he's going to try to get through that river there. It's going to be a little bit unsuccessful there. Thank you for joining us here, Will Cleos. Thank you all for joining us here. Speed Gaming 1, prime time. Game number 2, Fuzzymage versus ArsonHorse. ArsonHorse takes the win. He moves on to the final 4. Fuzzymage wins. We have ourselves a game 3.
And a reset out, nothing in Matoya, so we are officially going to have to be diving Marsh.
All right, Grandmama holding out on us. Doesn't have anything except for a few bats.
Well, I say we have the herb to buy. You're up.
Yeah, we still have the herb to go before Marsh.
All right, go ahead and get your predictions out there now, chat. Mono, what do you think the herb's going to give us?
It's going to give you the tail.
Tail, huh? What about Demon? What do you think the herb's going to give?
I mean, it's so early and your places you can go are so limited. It actually has a pretty good chance of giving you something progression here.
I'm calling canoe. I think
Yep.
I think Azar Seed, Rolling, Marsh, it's too obvious. I think it's going to be canoe. All right, ArsonHorse turns in his TNT, finds out it's the ship over there from Narek. He'll be on his way, probably wishing he'd have done that a little bit sooner here to make up for all the walking, but not too far behind. Fuzzymage picking up his fades, his cure force. He's going to find out the black has light 2, quad X, warp, slow 2.
Almost too much to choose from if you're on with just red mages.
You really have to kind of split it up here. Arson is making his way down towards Elfin. We're going to find out real soon what that sleeping prince has for us when we wake him up with that herb. Fuzzymage, you know, we've seen this before from him. He doesn't have the greatest damaging spells, but here goes the pop grind less than 10 minutes in. Mono, do you like this move?
If they are forced Marsh dive, I like this move, but I have to check out and see what the herb asks first. But then he doesn't have enough money. He was not planning to sell all the gauntlets and the opal bracelet for the herb. So that's why he's grinding this.
And I'll take that back. We do have damaging spells. We have Fade at level 2, and he's got 2 characters that can cast it. So maybe not as bad as I thought. Was that Exit? At
Level 4 Exit. There's level 3 Ruse as well. I didn't see. Oh, level 4 Nuke and Brack.
Nuke and Brack at level 4. So magic in this seed is very, very forgiving.
Yeah, those red mages are paying off in spades.
All right, so you at this point, Fuzzy has to hope that that thief really pays off with runs and reducing ambushes, because right now, ArsonHorse has the party makeup. And there's the canoe. It's almost like I knew it was coming. All right, so that opens up. You could do Marsh Cave, right? That's still in play if you really want to risk it. But it opens up Crescent Lake, Volcano, Ice Cave.
There's no reason to do Marsh at this point unless you absolutely need to. You have Fades, you have Exit, Warp. You have the tools you need to go ahead and dig into fire, dig into ice, and find your progression there.
Yeah, Marsh would be my last selection at this point. And Unrunnable Tyro. Nice. Got a lot of stakes.
Love Unrunnable Tyros. It converts everyone over to Team Stake. Let me ask you this. Is there anything left in the spell shops that we're looking for?
Have we seen heal 3?
It's level 1.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're pretty much set. You have everything you want in the first 4 levels.
First 4 levels, you're pretty set.
Probably the only thing you want now is, I don't know, probably Brack or some type of Quadex, one of those spells that give you
Quadex was 2. I think Brack was 4.
Yep.
Same level as Nuke.
Do we find Tempered or Fast yet?
No Tempered, no Fast yet.
Life 2 was level 1.
Yeah, that's 1 stack level 4 spell, 1 to 4 spell. Jesus.
So far, we're doing pretty well with magic here. Fuzzymage finishes his grind. He's going to take that newly earned money. He's going to head over to Baroga, picks up his herb, and now it's time to kind of gear ourselves up with a little bit of armor here. ArsonHorse making his way over to Crescent Lake, takes the south route. I like the south route simply because it's a little bit longer, but you find some fights that are manageable. I hate river encounter.
Yeah, if I have the means to take out Peds or Giants or something like that, then yeah, the south route, maybe grab a couple levels just on the walk.
I mean, if you have Fate level 2, going to this through the rivers, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I guess I see that point. Well, all right, Fuzzymage about to turn in the herb. He's going to get his canoe here. He said he was feeling a little bit off today and he was going to make a few moves. Do you think possibly he goes towards Marsh just to see? Because if something's there, that could be a game changer.
Maybe after the key, if you want to gamble, but not too early, not this early.
Yeah, you'd hate to put the time into a Marsh dive, knowing that there's 3 chests that you couldn't get to yet.
Gold bracelets for sale for just under 9K in Crescent Lake. You've already got your opal bracelet. You just need 2 more to round out those red mages. We're about to find out what the soon-to-be confused old men have, and it's the key. Okay.
Well, that opens up a lot of possibilities now. Do you go back and check those key locks, or do you just forge forward? You know, you're in that area. You have Volcano and Ice that you can do right now.
You have the ships, and it's not too bad. Like, going back and forth, because cabin's only 56 gold, and you started with pretty much a lot of gold.
You've got ship and canoe, so not only is getting your way over to Canaria easy, you could also dock your ship over by Northwest Castle and make a quick walk to Dwarf Cave for the key lock chest.
Yeah, but you were just saying, Minochi, you know, you save that Marsh die for when you got the key. You got the key, now what do you do?
Well, depends. Once you check the key lock chest, if you feel like you want to gamble, you go straight to Marsh Cave after Dwarf, and after you check all the key lock chests, then you go to Marsh if you want to gamble.
All right, so ArsonHorse going straight towards Elfland Castle. He's going to find out what's in the 4 chests here. We have 190 gold, 2877 soft, and close to 7,500. So we made out with about 10K gold there. Not too bad.
That's a gold bracelet and part of the next one. Heck, at this level, I don't think the fighter has any decent armor too. I'd be pretty tempted to pick up 3 of them for now.
Pick up the gold bracelet for him. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, but then again, you do have to trek your way all the way back over to Crescent Lake to pick that up. Fuzzymage finally reaches the Edgeworth Ring of Circle here. He picks up his key from the sages. He's going to be making his way probably back to Northwest Castle. I think it's a smart play.
Yeah, to anyone that's seen any of our exhibition races, we have a flag that's in alpha. You know, those poor sages, they've been standing there for 31 years. We thought, let's get them some exercise, get them moving around. Took those 12 sages, randomized which one gives you the item, and just, you know, let them walk around that little field.
It's a fun flag for sure. So here we are. We have ArsonHorse. He's making a couple of purchases here in Elfland. You can only assume he's going to make his way up to Canaria. If he's smart, he's going to dock that ship just outside of Northwest Castle. He'll pick up the key lock chest in both those areas. Fuzzymage looks like he is continuing to take a grind. He already did pop, and now here we are outside of Crescent Lake. What's he doing, Minochi?
grinding for some EXP, maybe gold for tent and cabin. He didn't sell his gauntlet yet, so.
Well, I think we all agreed selling that Opal Gauntlet was probably the smart play. ArsonHorse about to make his way over to Northwest Castle. 3 chests, trap tiles if you really want them.
If we had trap tile shuffle on, I would definitely check it, but vanilla, no thanks.
All right, Frico joining us in chat. Frico is one of our newest members here to the Final Fantasy Randomizer community. He asks, where are they in the match? I think that sounds like a recap. Mono?
Alright, Demon Frog, that's your job today.
Oh, my job. Fantastic. Let's see here. We're pretty early. We just have our canoe was off of the herb out of Provoca. We got our ship. What's here? You know what?
Dwarf Cave.
That's it, Dwarf Cave. Sorry, yeah, from the TNT from the King. Sarah giving us the bottle.
That was the pirate.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna fire Demon Frog for now. We just picked up a ribbon in the volcano here in the first chest here. We have ArsonHorse. Where's ArsonHorse going? Did he already? Oh, he's heading to Canaria Lock. All right.
Oh wow, he went straight to Volcano.
He did. Fuzzymage went to Volcano, and so far it's paid off for the ribbon.
That's pretty nice. He got Fate level 1 and 2 and Life 2 level 1. He shouldn't be dying now since both Red Mage and White Mage have Life 2. Plus the ribbon, it's really hard to die.
I want to thank you guys once again here joining us here on Speed Gaming. You guys had a fantastic match. If you stayed tuned earlier to Will Cleosis and Mr. Versetti, they called the Edgeworth and Tristle match. We are here on game number 2, ArsonHorse versus Fuzzymage. This is their second game. ArsonHorse took the first one just a few minutes before Fuzzy was able to get it done. If ArsonHorse wins, he moves on. If he loses, we have a game 3. Joined in the commentary booth by Demon Frog, Minochi85. We have Tyrannix as our tracker.
Oh, big pickup on Fuzzy's screen.
It's not that big. It's the second best sword in the game. Definitely want to thank Speed Gaming for hosting us prime time, both matches. Speed Gaming, Final Fantasy, Randomizer. I dare you to name a better combination. You can't.
Wait, what do you mean by the second best? That is the best sword in the game.
No, it's the second best, and I have the stats to prove it. And I'll show you guys later.
I don't trust you.
I'm surprised Fuzzy isn't taking these Pete encounters. Do they have something nasty that I didn't see?
I don't think that they had anything nasty, but I think his concern right now is that he has a limited number of fade charges, and he still has over half the floor to go. But I agree. I would take those fights, and if you have to walk it out before you get to the armory, so be it. Zeus Gauntlet, Wizard Staff, back-to-back pickups. Zeus is huge just because it's free AoE. Wizard Staff, I would say where you're at, probably more important. Why is that, Demon Frog?
Carrie is very susceptible to status magic. The Wizard Staff casts Confuse. So you could put that on one of your more useless guys. You have 2 Fade casters. You can probably take her down right now.
Remember, guys, Warp is level 2, so you can't really spam all those Fades if you want to warp out of Volcano.
I think with a Wizard Staff pickup, you don't have to warp out of Volcano. Floater pickup from the Crystal Turn-In from ArsonHorse.
Alright, so he's definitely got the mobility advantage, but a Ribbon and a Mass Moon, which I assume Arson's going to be picking up here soon. We'll see what his routing takes him, though.
So the key from Sages let us unlock the chest in TOF, which gave us the crystal, which turned into the floater. How long until Fuzzymage decides to check TOF keylock?
With the route he's going now after Ice, I would.
Yeah, you're in this neck of the woods. You have the cheap houses. You can definitely just clear out Volcano, go north to Ice, then start thinking about that key.
Here's the problem, though. Let's say you clear out Volcano, you clear out Ice, you still don't have the floater. Marsh is still in play. Does he make the decision to go Marsh?
Again, you would have to check all the key chests first before you dive Marsh. That's the last option.
Yeah, with 6 chests in Corneria, you're just a quick walk north to check those 3.
I don't know, guys. That's a smart play for sure. I don't know that we're not going to see somebody spin their wheels and decide that they have the key, so Marsh is in play because of that key.
I mean, just because on thinking as Fuzzy, he may think, all right, I'm going to make the gamble that the floater is in Marsh.
I mean, I would gamble Marsh if I don't have these shipped. But I have the ship. It's a pretty quick checks from Elfland to Cornelia. And then from Cornelia, you just went north to Matoya.
Chat makes a really, really good point. The game probably won't do this to our runners, but what happens if Fuzzy finds the canal right now?
Oh, man, that's... hopefully he would make the leap of, I'm in Corneria, I need to check Temple of Fiends if I'm right there. If he doesn't, then he's going to be in for a world of hurt. There's so much open to you with canal and ship that they would be moving. You could do at that point, you could do Waterfall, you could do Ordeals. If they happen to find a Chime or an Oxyel somewhere, that opens up entire, or at least half or one of a full Fiend dungeon.
All right. Well, we know it's not going to happen now because the canal
there we go.
came from the ferry, and he can't get to the ferry. That being said, Fuzzymage making this early dive. He has a ribbon, he has the wizard staff, he has the Zeus gauntlet, he has the black shirt. Pretty good pickups so far. The only thing down for him right now is the fact that we know that he has yet to check the TOF keylock chest, so he's not going to get the floater at least anytime soon.
Well, also, like I said, you know that those incentive locations can be whammies. I know when I play seeds like this, I often won't do ice or deals, waterfall until I'm at a point where I have to. So I could see him, yes, he is near ice, I could see him tabling that though and going for the keys. He could be here getting the levels, getting the gear, and getting the Fiend clear while he's at it.
So ArsonHorse makes his way over to one of our incentivized locations. He's heading over to Ordeals. We're going to find out real soon what that is. Fuzzymage, though, again, chat helping us out. He has the Mazmoon. He has a katana for that thief eventually. He's got all the items. The only thing ArsonHorse has over him at this moment is it's a floater, an airship. But that's a huge advantage. So how do you guys call this match so far? Is there a lead? How big of a lead is there if there is one?
You can't really tell if there's a lead, but then I give the advantage to ArsonHorse with around 5+ minutes.
Yeah, I say that give us another few minutes, let Fuzzy take on Carry, and let's see where he goes. Right now, it's too close to call, but if he starts going north towards ice, then I think Arson definitely has an advantage at that point. And
Fires with stone poison. That's not fun to see. Smashy in chat. Have we seen Saber in early Black Magic? We certainly have. It was level 1.
And Fuzzy only has 2 softs. Those are usually pretty expensive early. Something you don't necessarily think about using that early game money on picking up.
Well, you definitely don't think about doing it, but the developers had that in mind. Canaria will always have softs available just in case the early game's a little bit too nasty. Like you said, they could be expensive, but we found some money. It's just about remembering to save some of that money for some of those softs.
I mean, getting poison to stone by 2 is not bad at the moment because you can grind for two guys grind. It's much faster this way.
And this is a fantastic tile to grind on if that red D doesn't have anything too deadly.
I mean, he's got a Massacre. If he really wanted to, he could. With these monster percents, though, it's generally, if you take the right fights as you go, you don't really need to grind unless Temple of Fiends really ends up nasty.
Let me ask you a question here. Demon Frog, I'll start with you. You're at the red D chest. You got 2 character stone. You have the Mazmoon. Is there any reason you don't take that for a little bit of levels? Continue to grind there?
With the Massa, I'd give him a poke. If he doesn't go down in 1 turn, then maybe go ahead, run with the other 3, swing with the Massa on the 2nd turn, and just whatever happens, happens.
So here we go with the Carry fight here. 25 minutes in. We're going to unleash some fades here. Carry is not having any of that. Takes out Crack the Red Mage. But a Mazmoon hit saves the day. So at 26 minutes, we'll call it 26 even on the dot. Fuzzymage lights his first orb. It's the Fire Orb. Does not choose to grind. Turns out he doesn't need it. He's going to make his way on. I got to imagine, what, Ice Cave next?
Well, we're about to see, like I said, and I know Fuzzy knows this. I've talked to him about this, about there's no reason to do those incentive locations because they can be whammies until you know you need to. So I could see him going either way. He's in the neighborhood, but he knows that he could go all that way and get a ruby that you don't need.
We have a potential game-changing moment coming up here on Fuzzymage's side on the left side of your screen. He's got the key. We know that the crystal is in TOF key locked. The crystal is a short trek away to Montoya, gives the floater. Is he going to make that decision? Or is he going to think that Marsh caves in play with the dive? If he makes that dive, it's going to put him even further back.
Well, potentially. I mean, just because the floater isn't there doesn't mean that something else important isn't there.
Remember, he does have warp, so a trip to ice is not that bad.
He's got warp and he has exit.
Yeah, the only time he's losing right now is the traveling speed that he's going at, rolling his canoe around.
ArsonHorse here makes his way through the pillars, no problem whatsoever. At least I didn't see anything here. We're going to pick up some money here in the chest, a tent, and some more money. We're about to find out what the incentivized item is. It is the crown. All right, but with the airship, that's not too hard to get back to. Does not choose to take the wizard dragon, or the zombie dragon tile. He just gets out of there, saves, and he's going to make his trek. Is he going to turn the crown right away, or do you think he heads up somewhere else?
I mean, with an airship, you may as well do that first, and then you can head over to... Right now, he knows that Volcano is fully clearable, so I have to imagine that's on his radar to do next.
He does not yet have his bottle. We found that in Volcano, correct? Where did we get Volcano from? Or the
no,
bottle from?
He already turned the bottle from the pirates. It was the canal.
The canal.
Okay. Fuzzymage makes his way through ice here. So we've already found out ArsonHorse picked up his crown in one of our incentivized locations. Fuzzy's about to tell us what the other item is.
So from deducting the item, the ice cave's gonna have something important that you need because you already got the canal, you already got the bridge, you already got the ship. So this one is a must.
We're about to find out here in just a second. Fuzzymage does the warp trick. He checks the right chest. That's the chime.
Oh.
Loose. The chime is loose. That was not the key item. The oxale was the key item. So ice is definitely in play here.
Wow, two really important required key items right next to each other.
So question in chat, what do you guys mean by incentivized item? Or incentivized location? Demon Truck, you wanna take a hit at that?
Alright, so with the randomizer, all of the NPCs that normally give you a key item, so the king, after you save the princess, will build the bridge, the princess will give you the loot, Vicky will give you the ship. All of those have been shuffled, along with the vanilla floater chest and the vanilla tail chest in ice and ordeals respectively. So all of those key items are put in a pool and spread about amongst those incentivized locations. Now, if you look at the number of incentivized locations and incentivized items, there's 4 more items and locations. So that's where that chime came from, next to the incentive chest in ice. So there's going to be 4 of those. And that's an important thing to keep track of as you're going. Once you have 4 loose items, you don't have to check chests unless you need gear. And if you can get into Earth Cave go mode, if you can go into Sea Shrine and not have to check Mermaid side, that's a tremendous amount of time you can save. So you need to keep a little tally. How many items have I gotten loose? What have I gotten?
So we have Wall and Life at level 5. We've got Bane, Confuse, level 5 Black Magic. We did find on ArsonHorse in the Cardia Isles the Dragon Armor. So good pickup there.
There is a comment in chat, non-vanilla crown chest location. That can be incentivized. There's a whole bunch of stuff. FinalFantasyRandomizer.com if you want to check it out. You can incentivize the Red Dragon chest in Volcano, the Ruby chest in Earth. There's a whole, you can incentivize gear. There's all kinds of fun stuff you can do. This is just the flag set we're playing with 4 this round, and there is our second ribbon.
Second ribbon, and that's for Fuzzy as well. He found one in Volcano, and he's found one now in Ice. Adamant from Sarda. All right, so correct me if I'm wrong. We found 2 loose items so far. Is that right? The chime in the boat from Dwarf?
Yes, I believe so, and this is good. Arson has the adamant he'll turn in for the tail.
The tail, and can't think there's any reason not to go ahead and make that class change, right?
Short of routing reasons, no. Definitely want to try to get that before you turn 15 on your fighter, but other than that, no reason not to.
Mono, would you have dipped, so Ruby here from Assos, would you have dipped Cardi Isles without that tail?
Maybe. Depends on if I'm short of places to check. But I would have waited for the tail.
Well, ArsonHorse moving on right here. He's going to be heading over to, where's he going?
Question in chat. Ribbon doesn't null status effects. There's still a 3 in 256 chance of statuses getting through. It also greatly reduces any elemental damage. So you can be insta-death through a ribbon. It's just very, very rare.
Also, ribbon does not attack you from touch effect, like poison touch from an enemy's.
Yeah, Death Touch.
Death Touch. Trance is a paralyzing spell that is non-elemental. Slow 2 is a really big one when you get deep into the Fiends. Non-elemental.
Question in chat again, why class change before level 15? Because in this case, there's no downside to class changing before level 15. You automatically open up the magic that your mages can use, and you ensure that as you're going through your next dungeon, should you surpass level 15, you're going to pick up your spell charges as soon as possible. So if you're diving the air cave, for instance, as Tristel likes to call it, and you turn from 14 to 15, well, there you go. You've already got your magic spell charge. There's just no reason not to. The only time you would never do it is if you have a black belt.
Also, it opened up the equipment for the knights, because ArsonHorse did pick up the dragon armors.
All right, Meridian BC in chat saying, Falconic, can we have a recap? He was busy eating a pizza, so, Demon?
People got things.
Sounds right to me.
People got
things. Crown that Arson just got turned into the ruby. I don't believe he's checked that yet. That's pretty useless. The adamant that from Sarda turned into the tail. Ship was loose in Dwarf. Chime was loose in Ice, right next to the Oxyale. We got TNT from the King. And that TNT turned... I forget what the TNT turned into.
That's Ship.
Oh, the Ship. Oh, sorry.
All right, so the ship dip was not loose, but the crystal was. So that's still our 2 items there, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So 2 loose items found. It was the chime and Ice, and it was the crystal and TOF. Pretty big turn-in, though, for that crystal. That turned into the floater from Matoya, and that's what has ArsonHorse a little bit of a lead right now. Fuzzy, though, man, all the gear in the world. He's got the katana ready when that thief turns into a ninja.
Is he skipping the TOFR?
I'm telling you,
3 chest.
I've seen too many races where people forget about those 3 chests. They say, I'll check that when I come over here with my 4 orbs. This is what I was saying. This could be a potential game changer for Fuzzy. He's checking the keylock chest here now. ArsonHorse picks up his Mazmoon from the hairpin turn over in Volcano, so he's catching up. He's got a ribbon. He's got the Mazmoon now. Fuzzymage checks those chests. Is he going to go south to Dwarf, or to the Marsh Cave? Looks like he's actually making his way back over to TOF. Really hope he makes that move.
Nope.
This is what you don't want to see.
Well, there's still a chance there's something there in Marsh that is required.
Okay.
However,
looks like he's doing northwest.
Every minute he spends in that boat taking encounters, or in that canoe taking encounters, is time that ArsonHorse is not taking. Remember, and ArsonHorse is very quickly catching up in that gear lead.
remember, he doesn't have the canal yet, so that's gonna help him out. Fuzzymage, that is. So he can't really get out the outer sea.
He can't, but he's about to dive Marsh. So at this point, the only thing Fuzzy has going for him is that something important is in Marsh.
Or it could be a power bomb or white shirts. That could help tremendously as well.
Could be. Could be. So, you guys asked for it. We talked about it being a possibility. We hoped it wouldn't be. But 36 minutes in, you've got your orb leader, Fuzzymage, about to dive Marsh Cave.
I mean, it's dangerous-wise. He's got the levels. He's got Fade, Exit, Warp. It's not so much that it's dangerous now. It's only really dangerous when you have to come here and you haven't had chance to get levels or spells.
Right.
It's just the time that he's throwing away, assuming there's nothing here.
Well, like Mono said earlier, you've got Warp, you have Exit. So although this check is a waste of time, it's not quite the waste of time that it normally would be.
Like I said, every step he's taken without that white shirt, that's...
White shirt. Mono called it.
That's huge. You just need one more item.
If there's a loose item here, Fuzzy is right back in this game. If it's a power bonk, he's right back in the game. If it's anything else, maybe a third ribbon?
I don't think it's that important at this point. You already got 2. And it's pretty free.
What if we see
early life 2 with 2 ribbons? You should be perfectly safe.
You know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping for loot in key-locked Marsh.
I mean, that's what Fuzzy would really need to dig himself out of a bit of a hole he has right now. A white shirt's nice, but I don't think it negates having the... You know, we're going on, about 15, 16 minutes that ArsonHorse has had the airship, where Fuzzy has not.
He's not that far behind. He's only around 5 minutes behind so far. Because after he picked up the floater, he would just catch back up. Because he had Ice Stun as well as Volcano. So he's not that far behind as you think.
He does have Ice and Volcano taken care of here, so... I think with the gear, with the 2 dungeons already taken care of, I think I agree. It's a lead for ArsonHorse, but might not be that big. So we have Fuzzy diving. We're on the wizard floor here for the Marsh Cave. ArsonHorse is going to be clearing out Volcano here soon. He should be clearing that first orb probably before the 45-minute mark.
Oh, Falcon, can you tell me why Fuzzymage took the wrong chest right there?
All right, so Fuzzymage took the top left chest there, and that's a bad move because it is linked with this room right here, the right chest. So you're about to see empty. So actually, he knew that it was linked, and he took it anyways. So he skipped the right chest because he knew it was linked with top left. Vorpal from the Wizards. Absolute game changer!
Only in your dream. Oh, he threw it away. Nice.
He would never throw it away. That's the game changer. Picks up 508 from a key lock chest here.
I have the...
All right,
Yeah, he
so
already has a katana. He already has a mass moon.
Katana's good. The Mazmoon, you can go ahead and throw that garbage in the trash. We have the Vorpal now. This run through Marsh is now absolutely validated. We have a white shirt. We have the Vorpal. We are absolutely ready to go. 26,000 in gold. What's going to be in the next chest?
For Fuzzymage is hoping. It needs to be a loot or a cube.
Oh, it's got to be something here. We still have a chest at the top right here as well. We have ArsonHorse at the red D chest. He's got the Mazmoon. He did not do the pop grind. Does he stay and fight? Nope. He leaves. What's in this chest here for Fuzzy? You gotta hope for something good. And it's money. So one last chest at the very top right here. Alright, so Mono, if you're ArsonHorse, you're about to light your fire orb. Is there anywhere else that you'd even consider going, or is ice your next move?
Is it ice for sure? Because there's nowhere else you can go for a full clear. But you also find canal, ships, and bridge already. You know all the incentives for location is gonna have like an important item that you need, so you have to check ice at this point.
So
Yeah,
41. Go ahead.
Yeah, he has a ruby also. Yeah, so he knows that all of the incentive locations that are left are important.
So at 41.5 minutes, we have ArsonHorse making very, very quick work of Carrie. He lights his first orb. So just about 15 minutes separates Fuzzy lighting that fire orb and ArsonHorse lighting his. Right on cue, ArsonHorse goes straight towards that ice cave. What's he going to find here, Demon?
The chime and the oxyel. And a ribbon if he decides to full clear, which he may not since he knows... Well, no, he still has possible loose chests, but...
Yeah, there are still 2 possible loose chests.
Uh-oh, look where Fuzzy's going. The last place he decided to check. And what's he going to get? He's going to get the crystal. And that crystal's going to give him the floater. And you know what? I think that floater just might raise something out of the desert.
Cookies?
Cookies.
I can't tell. Maybe he'll decide to throw away the Vorpal in the desert.
Nah, Fuzzy would never throw away the Vorpal. Light Axe at TOF. Not a bad pickup there. I'd like to welcome you guys once again. Thank you so much for watching us on Speed Gaming, the home of FFR. We are here, Falconic FF, in the commentator's booth with Demon Frog and Minochi85. We have Tyrannix tracking. And we have Demoted Staff as our re-streamer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the first match there between Tristal and Edgeworth. It was a fantastic race. Edgeworth took the 1-0 lead. We have a 1-0 lead here. ArsonHorse over Fuzzymage. Fuzzymage has to win to force a game 3. ArsonHorse trying to clear it out. 2 brand new people started here in about, 2-3 months ago? Just barely into this game, and yet one of them's going to make the Final 4.
Yeah, and there's a comment in chat, Fuzzy going for 100% clear. I mean, with these flags, again, there's 4 loose items, and almost certainly at least some of them are going to be required. Depending on the order that you check stuff, you very well might full clear this game before you find that final item you need.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Minochi, question in chat. How big of a lead does Arson have right now?
Right now, I'm guessing around a full... But it's returning of the bottle plus the ordeal trip, probably around 7 to 8 minutes right now.
7 to 8, huh? Yeah, it's not too bad, especially if ArsonHorse runs into a little bit of adversity here. Fuzzy's going to have his airship, I would say, before the 47, 48 minute mark. ArsonHorse is clearing out ice. We already know Fuzzy did that. So as soon as they clear that out, yeah, we're close. This is a very, very close race indeed. I wonder if that ruby is going to lead to anything.
I don't know it will lead to anything, but I know it will earn me 0.5 fantasy point. I will take it.
It'll earn me 1 as well. Hey, you know what? I actually fell to 2nd place in fantasy because one of my runners did defeat a Titan Ruby. Any idea who that was?
You woke up, man.
Mono costing me points.
I was trying to speedrun, dude. What are you talking about? Forget those memes.
All right. Hey, 45 minutes in. Pretty good time for a recap, eh, Demon?
I guess. The king gave us our TNT. The TNT turned into the ship. Turning that over to Vicky.
Vicky got us a bottle, and the bottle got us the canal. And then visiting the stages, you get the key. From the key, you get the crystal inside TOF. And from the crystal, you return to Pretoria and you get the floater. And then Ice Cave, Hap, Oxyel, and Chime. What do you know? 2 items in 1.
Oxyel and Chime in back-to-back chests there. ArsonHorse is about to find that out. He's picking up Silver Helmet, 122 gold, and the mighty Saber. It's a pretty bad flip. He's out. He's already got his items. So where to now? Where do you go now? You got your Fire Orb. Ice is knocked out.
Well, Oxyel, where else do you go? That's the only thing he can clear. And plus, like, incentivized location nearby. probably the best location to go right now is the Seashine and then Waterfall.
All right, so that begs the question now. You go to on-rack, you've got the Oxale, you can breathe underwater. Do you go left and fight Kraken? Do you go right for the full clear?
There are 2 loose chests left. You go Mermaid first.
I think I agree with that. So Fuzzy should, here in just a moment, be picking up his dragon armor here, hopefully. He has his tail. He should also class change. That Thief is going to promote to a Ninja. That Ninja can wear a heck of a lot more gear than the Thief can. ArsonHorse, what is he up to? He's buying level 2 spells here for his knight that's class promoted. Gonna pick up the Cure 4. No, gonna pick up the Fade. There he goes, both of them. So now, all of a sudden, you've got Cure 4 on that knight, you have Fade on the knight. Probably not gonna see too many Fades going out in TOFR. You're probably gonna want to save those Cure 4 charges.
Well, he does have Life 2 on the Knight too as well. That is huge.
Life 2 on a knight, you're almost all but certain to have a full party going into Chaos, because the knight's going to survive almost everything.
Is that an attempt at a commentator's curse?
Oh, I don't curse people, I just call it like I see it.
That is a curse.
Yeah, I always say that early level life on a when you have a knight makes you a little more brave than maybe you should be.
Well, you look at it this way, they've class promoted before 15 on both sides, so you have to know they're going to have 4 charges of Cure 4, Life 2, Fade, if they wanted to use that, which I can't see them doing. So, unless you just dive Topher at 19 or 20, that fighter's going to have enough health to survive possibly 2 rounds of nuke or 1 nuclear. You got to feel pretty good about that.
Well, I wouldn't say he can survive 2 rounds of nuke. The max roll is 800 for 2 rounds of nuke. You need to be like around level 45 to get that much HP.
So here's where the commentator curse comes in. There's no way they're going to get nuked for 800.
All right.
That was a very elaborate setup for a commentator's curse.
Keep pushing it, man. Keep pushing it.
All right.
Although Fuzzy now with that ninja, he has the katana, he had low level saber, he had level 4 nuke. So that ninja can contribute with nukes.
You got all the spells you could hope for. The great thing about the katana, it matches the mighty Vorpal in crit percentage, but it actually has more base damage. So now what that allows you to do for a smart person, you put the katana on the Thief, you put the Vorpal on the Knight, and you've got crits for days left and right, every which way but Sunday. Your silence tells me you agree with me.
What do you say again? Did somebody throw away the Vorpal?
Nobody threw away the Vorpal. They would never do that.
Oh, okay. I thought someone threw away the Vorpal. Not important detail afterward, though.
Fuzzymage heading over to Gaia. What's he going to do here? Checking out level 7 magic. Light 3, Ice 3.
Harm 3.
Harm 3. Feels bad. Defense sword pickup from ArsonHorse over in the waterfall. So he doesn't have that white shirt, but he's got the defense, and we have a slurb.
And then Ruse was level 3, if memory serves. So you could even go deeper with this 2 melee strat, have the defense on the ninja, have the knight self-buff with Ruse. And that way you have 2 melees. If Kraken gets lucky, takes one of them down, you still have somebody strong enough to finish the fight.
I read Fog 2, Heal 2, level 7 over in On-Rack. What do we have in Black Magic? Rub and Stun. Fuzzy finds his canal, turning in the bottle. Doesn't really care about that at this point. Gonna warp on out. Where does he go next? Chitin in chat. Vorpal is absolutely the best sword. I agree, brother. You keep spouting that.
Wait, did you read it right? I'm not sure. Are you... What's wrong with your eyesight? I thought he said Vorpal was garbage.
Nope, he didn't say that. He said it was the best sword ever.
Alright, I'll take your word on it.
Fuzzymage makes his way over to the waterfall. ArsonHorse, well, he went ahead and made his way to On-Rack. And he is going left. Demon Frog. 2 loose items left. Why would he go left?
I mean, you have to go this way to kill Kraken anyway, in the off chance that the items that you want or need are in those chests. There's no reason to go to see the ladies.
You have 2 loose chests. Checking Mermaid first is not a bad idea.
It's not bad, but if you're gonna have to pass by these chests on the left side anyway, you may as well do it first, and then if you don't pick up what you need, do Mermaids second. That's my opinion, especially with the gear they have. It's not like they're wanting for swords or armor.
Yeah, right now all they short is probably the power bomb, because there's no fast, there's no tempered yet.
Power bonk for sure. We're about to have Fuzzymage pick up his defense. Chitin says that the commentators don't mix his words. So definitely Team Vorpal on his side. Absolute awesome decision. Aegis Shield pickup from ArsonHorse. There goes the Opal, or the Opal. He's going to put the Aegis Shield on there. What does Aegis protect against?
Don't remember, but probably Earth.
Stone, I believe. Stone
Earth.
and something.
Poison, then that's it. I think it's only poison. It's only have one status effect protection.
If this is Jeopardy, I don't think you would have got that.
Alright, so ArsonHorse checking out the Sharknado room, finds a pro ring, finds a house. House that fits in a chest. How that works, I'll never know. Alright, lobsters here. Are these going to be lobsters with Mazmoons? Nope. 2 hits, 2 damage. Fade takes 2 of them out here. We're going to have... Nope, everyone's waiting. We're going to attack that. Fuzzymage about to save. He's going to make his dive down into the Sea Shrine here. Is he going to go right and talk to the Poogle ladies, or is he going to go left and fight Kraken?
And we'll see. Yeah, the Sea Shrine is where many runs have died. A lot of different type of enemies. The ghosts have really high base attack to start with, and you multiply it by 150%. You can get a lot of lobsters or snakes. If either of those are all nasty, that can end a dive really quick.
ArsonHorse here with the seafood platter on his screen. Fuzzymage taking out some sea snakes. He took a trip to the right, picked up a cabin, and now he's going left.
Yeah, it's the same trip that Arson took, which leads me to believe that they're both doing kind of what I was saying. They're going to maybe grab that one chest on this first floor on the right side, go left, see what you get, and then make your decision. Do you need to go back in after they've cleared out the left side?
So far, it has not paid out for them. We did pick up the slab. The slab's going to translate Melman, and then we're going to take that to Lafine, find out what we get there. Almost guaranteed to be a key item. The loot, the rod, the cube, something there. So one of these items is going to be incentivized. The other 2 we're going to find in loose chests. Which one do you guys think we're going to find in Lafine?
I hope not the cube. I would like to see the cube in the first 2 floors of Mirage. Because I'm commentating, not playing.
No, I would say just give him the loot from the slab, and then find their ways from the rod and the cube in somewhere. It's gotta be Trolley somewhere, right? I will take that.
Yeah, I think
That
Cube and Mirage is a little bit too much of a tip-off to Trolley. I would like to see Cube, maybe a Vampire Room, top right chest.
I like that. Then put Rod in Upper Sky.
Ooh, yeah, that would be good. Rod and Sky, Cube and Earth. Tyrannex, our tracker, pointing that out. That would be fantastic. ArsonHorse here, 55 minutes in. Look what floor he's on. He's about to take out Slappy, Happy, Cracky.
And his levels are looking good. Level 18 still has a couple of fights to take on this floor. Got all of Mirage and Sky, so that'll put him in that kind of that butter zone of lower 20s, mid 20s before he's in Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Wait, you mean he's taking on Kraken?
He is taking on Kraken.
Kraken, right?
Kraken.
Kraken.
Oh, do you break the crake? You don't break the crake, you brack the crack.
I don't get it.
No, me neither. Here we go, though. 56 minutes in, we have a fight with some sea trolls, some lobsters. They're getting our way. We're trying to fight a fiend here. Can't be bothered to fight you guys. We're going to run from you. So 56 minutes in, ArsonHorse is about to pull his second fiend. He pulled Carry at 41.5. He's pulling Kraken here at 56, just shy of 56.5. He gets us down. He has the orb lead. Let's see how this goes. Going to lead off with nukes. We are just going to go blazing. We're going to fight. We're going to nuke, fade. Kraken leading out with a pretty weak hit so far. 210 damage going out. 420 from the Mazmoon for the night. Fade follows up 135. One more nuke may do this. 144, not enough yet. We're going to load up those nukes. We're going to load up the fades. Unless Kraken just decides to hit 4 people at once, it's over. Can't do that, though. Fade finishes it. ArsonHorse, 56 minutes, 46 seconds. Lights that second orb.
Yeah, 14 minutes first orb to second. Meanwhile, Fuzzy lit his at 26 minutes, so he's going on a half an hour now from that first orb. And so that's there. You can see all of the digging he had to do.
Yeah, Fuzzy started off blazing hot and has just kind of put himself into neutral. ArsonHorse, a little bit of a slow start. Very, very fast pickup. That decision to pick up the crystal in TOF, turn that in for the floater, just flipped the game on its head. And now here he goes. ArsonHorse, going to check those mermaids. We're going to find out if we have one of our 2 loose items here.
And luckily they already have the key, or else this would be a really nerve-wracking check. This room on your left is actually key-locked. Vanilla, there's no way to be here without already having the key. But with the randomizer and shuffle, you can get to this area without the key. And there could very well be something kind of important in that room.
ArsonHorse aside, he's talking about the room just to the left here. Fuzzymage, he enters Kraken's floor at about the 50, we'll round up, 58-minute mark. Running into a few lobsters here. Ghosts on ArsonHorse side. Fun thing about Ghosts, they are the hardest hitting enemy in the game. Fortunately, they only hit once. ArsonHorse checking what we like to call TFC, stands for that fun chest?
Yeah, the forgotten chest. Yes, that's exactly, yeah.
Okay, definitely not any other version of TFC out there though, right?
No.
All right, we've got the EXP pinata here. Minochi, is there any situation where you don't take this fight?
If I'm too high level, I will not take it. But otherwise, yeah, most of the time I will take it. It's free. Well, not free, but lots of EXP. The most EXP you could get in the Sea Shrine.
Yeah, just saw Fuzzy, like I said, Arson came in on this floor at around level 18. Fuzzy just picked up 15 and 16. So Arson does have a pretty reasonable level advantage over Fuzzy also.
That's just due to his party compositions. He have 3 fades over 2. Like he can take a lot more and counter than Fuzzymage because a lot more extra fades charges.
ArsonHorse, just shy of an hour, he made his way to the mermaids. We're going to find out real soon. A lot of chests here. Is this where we're going to find 1 or possibly 2 of our remaining 2 loose items? Fuzzymage.
I hope none. I hope none. So I want to troll the player a bit.
All right, so far it's a bust. Nothing coming from it. We're going to shift our focus here for just a second over to Fuzzymage. He's preparing himself for Kraken. We saw Kraken had about 1,000, maybe 1,100 health. He doesn't have all the charges that ArsonHorse had. So we're going to lead off with Fade from the Red Wizard. Fade lands for 117. We're going to attack with that Mazmoon. 4 hits, 284. We have the Ninja going out. Ooh, down goes the White Wizard with a nice crit from Kraken. Ninja's got the Katana. Still not enough, though. 4 hits, 101 from the Mazmoon. 6 hits, 241. Red Mage down on a knee. Throws out the Ice 2 at a Hail Mary. Does not land very well. 3 hits, 64 damage. What's he going to do? You're out of Fade charges. You have Ice 2. You are praying to the heavens right now. 4 hits, 171 from the Mazmoon. 2 hits, 26 damage, 189. Kraken's got the better crits right now. Ice 2 finishes it off. Barely scraping out there. You got 2 Light Warriors alive, 1 eating the dirt, 1 down on 1 knee, but you got the life 2s. Close one for Fuzzy. We're going to call that 1 hour, we'll say 30 seconds. 1 hour, 30 seconds, lights the second orb.
Nothing to speak of in Mermaids. So now you have Earth, you have Mirage, and as of right now, you cannot complete either.
Is ArsonHorse gonna dive Marsh?
That's a good point.
If he dive Marsh, that could put Fuzzymage into like not in even ground, but probably like around 4 minutes behind.
It looks like he's going ahead, checking out Earth.
So ArsonHorse, for you fantasy viewers, did feed the Titan, giving him a little bit of fan service here. All right, we're going to go ahead and check the top floor of Earth here on Arson's side. You have to at this point. You're still missing Rod. You cannot full clear. You don't have loot. You don't have cube. You can enter the Mirage Tower, but you can't move up. There's a ribbon and the Rod. Back-to-back chest. All right, so unless cube is here, you can go ahead and full clear Earth, but you still have to full clear. You have yet to find the cube or the loot. So that's all 3 ribbons now. Correct me if I'm wrong. All 3 ribbons for ArsonHorse.
Yep. He showed them off right there. 3 ribbons.
Wow. Back-to-back chests. You got your best armor in the game. Now you've got your progression. Now you can make your way through here. He's going to full clear. Again, though, that's our 3rd loose item. We still have a 4th. He doesn't have the luxury of go moding this dungeon. Pro ring pickup.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be hoping for a cube here. Being able to go mode Mirage and Sky saves a tremendous amount of time.
Yeah, if he finds cube here in the loose item, he's in go mode because he'll know that the last item is Lefane, and what else could you hope for? You've got the Mazmoon, he has the Vorpal. No, he doesn't have Vorpal, I'm sorry, Fuzzy has the Vorpal. So yeah, he'll still have to full clear because you can't finish the game without the Vorpal.
Interesting how he's choose to full clear Earth. He's still got the slab to return. Maybe if that's cube, he's still got to look for loot.
Yeah, he has to keep full clearing because both of those are going to be required. So
yeah.
Yeah, whatever he ends up pulling out of a chest, he knows the other is going to end up being out of the fine. At least if he's keeping track of what he's pulled out of chests and what he hasn't checked yet.
Question in chat: when is mono racing again?
That will be tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Katana find on Arson's side. He doesn't have a ninja. That doesn't matter. I don't think gold's really anything to worry about at this point. And the Thor hammer. A little bit too late for that to be viable, I think, with all the spells he has on his side, but still a nice pickup for sure.
Yeah, rodding that first level of Earth was about as nice as you could have it. I really was hoping for the extra troll of the Earth item in Sky, but it is what it is.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're either going to find the cube in Mirage 2 or it's going to be from Lefane. Lots of money on ArsonHorse side. Flame armor pickup for Fuzzymage. We've already seen the mermaids. We know that they don't have much. So we know Arson's probably not going to do Marsh Cave, so that lead of his is going to stay intact. Fuzzymage, though, 2 orbs down. Where does he go next?
Yeah, I mean, he's in the same boat that Arson's at. Do you go Sky? Do you go Earth?
He still haven't checked Ordeal yet, did he?
Oh, has he not done Ordeals yet? Ooh.
Yeah, but I believe Ordeals gave the ruby, is that correct? Where did we get the ruby?
Yes, I think so. Ordeal gave the ruby.
And we know that there wasn't anything in the ruby locked chest, so he could potentially make up some time here. If he goes some other places first and realizes that the ruby is from Ordeals, could be a nice time save.
Yeah, and I mean that's what he needs. He needs to not do Ordeals, and he needs to do Earth first. Though if he's doing this slab, that's kind of, you know, if I'm trying to read what he's doing, you go up, you get the item from Lefane, and that puts you real close to ordeals.
Yeah, good. Let's say he does turn into slab and it turns into cube. All of a sudden that opens up Mirage. Maybe he does a full clear of Mirage in the air cave.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it's that still leaves him in the thought of, okay, I either need to go to Earth where I can't complete, or I need to go to ordeals where I might have an item. And if he's right next to ordeals, you have warp, you think to yourself, won't take that long. I could definitely see him, if he's going to that northern continent, doing ordeals.
So Tyrannex pointing out that it's actually the crown in ordeals, and the crown led to the ruby, so we can kind of put 2 and 2 together and realize that ordeals, we know it, is not important. If you can skip it, you definitely should. Fuzzy, we're going to find out if he actually does that. I think, let's say Cube does come from Lefine, you've got the chime already, you clear out Earth, or the Mirage and Air. There's really no reason not to go to ordeals, so he's probably going to make that play. But on the chance he doesn't, he could pick up quite a bit of time.
It's quite hard to not do ordeal at this point because you can't really clear it out both of the dungeon. So probably the best play is ordeal at this point for Fuzzymage. I don't see any other choice.
Well, I'm also thinking with where he's at. He's not that far from Earth Cave. If he said, alright, I'm going to dive early Earth, that rod's there, that'll lead him down, clearing Earth at least.
Mm-hmm. And what if loot's here as well?
Yeah, so, I mean, we still have to see what's in the rest of Earth. We have to see Fuzzy's just getting some spells for those promoted classes.
We're going to find out here soon. Thank you guys so much for joining us here for Final Fantasy Randomizer here on Speed Gaming 1. Falconic FF in the booth, joined by Minochi85, one of our Elite 8 runners, Demon Frog, one of our Spring Tournament runners as well. Got knocked out, I think, about the same time I did, if not just a round short, but very deservingly should have been in there a little bit later in the rounds. I think you had probably one of the toughest runs we've ever seen in some of the tournaments here. We've got Tyrannex as our tracker. We are joined here, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, who do we have as our restreamer? It's not Feasel tonight. Demoted Staff is our restreamer, so thank you guys so much for joining us. We have a double header here on Speed Gaming 1. Happy to be here, happy to have you guys with us here. We're about to have Fuzzymage going through. He's going to find his way through ordeals. ArsonHorse closing in on that third Fiend. We talked about earlier, he was a little bit late to carry at 41.5 minutes. He killed Kraken at 56 minutes. And he's about to have Lich, probably within, about an hour or 15?
Yeah, he was just he had a lot of the kind of side questy things done before he even made that first attempt at an orb. So once he got his ball rolling, there was nothing but Fiends to go.
Fuzzymage making a wrong turn, but he's got that warp spell. That warp spell comes in pretty handy here in ordeals. We have Marriott Hotel in chat asking for another recap because he made another pizza. You know, I just don't think that's the case. So I think we're going to do a recap probably close to about the 1 hour, 20 minute mark, Marriott Hotel.
Let's beat some more co-op.
Mm-hmm. Must be some more co-op. Speaking of co-op, Demon, what is that?
It's still pretty early, although we did just have some pretty significant improvements. We have it where 2 games are linked. It's not just 2 people playing the same seed and sharing information. And real quick, to go off of that, Arson.
Ooh, where is he going? Where is Arson going? Mono, you called this. Why? Why did you call this, Mono? You did this.
Well, he's out of options. Well, not options, but there's only slap return and then the chime that he got. He got no cube yet, so he's close by to the area. Going to Marsh is not a bad play. It's in the vicinity, and he's still looking for that one loose chest.
And all of a sudden, that early Marsh dive from Fuzzy picking up the white shirt, that advantage, gone. That advantage is no longer in play. Arson picks up that white shirt. So the question in chat is, does Fuzzy have a chance? Oh yeah. What? One single TOF wipe, right?
Not even. If he if ArsonHorse see a War Mech and he can wipe to that, that will even up the whole game, pretty much. He's only like behind by around 3 to 5 minutes now.
All right, but back to the co-op. The games are actually networked together. Right now, you share all of the key items. So if you're on a team and your partner picks up a floater, you pick up the floater. Right now, the orbs are also shared. So you don't have to kill all of the fiends. We've done games where we have 5 people on a team. We've done 5 teams, 2 each. You can split up. One person can go with one party, one person can go with another party. So you have one person's job to explore, the other person's job is just to get levels and get ready for the end game. It's been a tremendous amount of fun. Meridian BC in chat has put in, this is his baby, and I mean, it worked almost off the bat. And he wasn't happy with that. And there we go, we get the cube out of
Okay. Let's get back to the action. We got the cube from LaFine. Sorry, Demon Frog, that was a joke from last night. Hopefully you got that.
Yes, I did.
All right, so we have cube from LaFine. So that's actually going to tell us that, what, loot? Where's loot going to be?
Loot has to be in the Sky Castle or Mirage Tower. So after this, Fuzzymage have to dive into Earth for the rods, and he's gonna have his second ribbon too as well.
Gonna pick that up. So that gear advantage Fuzzy had, Arson's gonna make up and no problem. Fuzzy's gonna have he's gonna have third ribbon, right?
It would depend how late the loot is for Fuzzymage to catch up. If it's really late in the game, the tower or the Sky Castle, then Fuzzymage have a chance to catch up. But if it's not, if it's early, then ArsonHorse is gonna have a lot more, I believe, probably up to like 9 minutes. If it's the loot is on the first floor of Mirage Tower.
So we have Zardia, the leader of the A-Team, Team Vorpal in chat, asking you guys to please take a look at those votes, those straw polls. Your votes are going to determine the exhibition race at the end of the tournament. Are we going to have 4 black belts? Or are we going to have 4 black mages? What are we going to have? Vote for it. You get to watch. You tell us what we're going to play.
And on that bonus stream, we were talking to Meridian. If he is comfortable showcasing co-op, that might be the place that you guys get to see co-op for the first time.
And we're not talking about this nonsense co-op you see in other games, where 2 people jump in Discord and they just chat back and forth in voice chat. Oh, I'm going to go left. Oh, I'm going to go right. It's none of that crap. It is actually networked co-op. If I pick up an item, let's say I pick up the loot from the King in Canaria Castle, give it about 5 to 10 seconds, all of a sudden on your screen, you receive the loot. It shows up in your inventory. You could be playing a different ROM, you could be playing a different seed, different flags, doesn't matter. You get the item. So the 2 of us, the 3 of us, heck, the 7 of us at some time, share items, clear the game. I think we did a run, what was it, about 2 weeks ago? 7 people cleared the entire full game, 4 fiends, all the way through a regular TOFR. We had the game be, what, 24, 25 minutes?
Yeah, with a free airship and 5 people going different directions. Even with the percentages scaled up pretty high, you can get it done pretty quick.
30-year-old video game, and yet our devs are wonderful, wonderful devs. Shout out to Meridian. Finding ways to squeeze out each and every ounce of fun. So hopefully join us here. Jump in the Discord. We have quite a few new members here rolling out weekly challenge seeds. We've actually had, what, 27, 28 people play the challenge seed this week, and I think maybe a good quarter of them we haven't seen before this past week. So lots of new members. Everybody willing to help out. Everybody friendly. Some of us will make fun of you. Let that roll off your back. Minochi's pretty mean. Can be nice. Come join us. Have some fun. Learn the game. Get yourself ready for the next league, the next tournament. There's no better time than now.
What did I do to you, man?
But also the Discord, there's a tremendous amount of people in there that they're not looking to race. They're not looking to be streamed. They're just there to have some fun. So don't think that you have to be willing to stream or race or do this competitively. We have a bunch of guys in there that are just doing this casually, having some fun, doing a lot of sprite mods, and just having fun with the game.
Oh, yeah. There's a flavor for everyone out there. If you want to do the competitive race, we've got guys that race almost daily. If you just want to learn and have a good time, we've got that entire community ready for you. If you guys are into editing or ROM hacking or anything like that, trying to pick up and learn how to code, we've got the community for that as well. Excalibur pickup from Fuzzymage's side. Does that mean he moves the Mazmoon to the ninja, or do you keep the katana there, Mono?
I would keep the katana.
Right, because the katana is equal to the Vorpal, so therefore the Vorpal's awesome. Gotcha.
It beat the Vorpal outright.
I'm sorry, your mic cut out. So ArsonHorse taking on some worms here with Fade, knocking them out, no problem.
If the Vorpal beat the katana, maybe you should go back to elementary maths where to.
Oh, look what we found. That is our last key item, loot. Loot has been found in Sky. Is this Sky 1 West Chest?
Yep.
Alright, so Chime, Crystal, Rod, and Loot are our 4 loose items. No big deal, right? Those aren't mandatory, are they?
It depends. Like right now, ArsonHorse is gonna go up here, get this loot. If he decides to go mode the rest of the Sky, he's gonna miss out on the power bonk. Maybe. Unless the power bonk gets all the way deep in TOFR.
Yeah, what if that power bonk is carry 2 floor? What if it's vanilla Mazmoon?
That is gonna be rough.
It's gonna be pretty rough for sure. Fuzzymage checking the spider floor. This is not a floor you see people check very often, especially considering he just found his 4th loose item. So what does that tell you? He is on the hunt. He wants that power bomb.
No, he actually wants the rod.
That too. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, something Fuzzy doesn't know that it's first level Earth. That was the thing. If Arson finds his loot, as soon as he finds it, he knows he can stop. He doesn't have to check that spider room.
Well, we've seen this a number of times. One person has all the items, so they go mode and skip chest, and they miss out on key items like a power bonk or a white shirt. Somebody else hasn't checked everything. They don't have all the loose items, so it leads to opening chests, and it gears them up. This could be what changes TOFR. If ArsonHorse doesn't find all the items, doesn't have the power bonk, he's got nukes and fades, and that's great. Don't get me wrong. He can clear bosses with just that. But if it's not enough, let's say there's a Cure 4 on one of the bosses, and you've already rolled out half of your nukes and fades, without that power bonk, if Fuzzy finds that, that's a huge advantage on his side.
Yeah, that is true. With 150%, they're going to have to roll pretty close to that top with the gear that they have, but it is possible. I mean, that's why Temple of Fiends Revisited is the great equalizer.
It actually doesn't have to roll high stats, it just need a bad spell list. And that would also equal it up. I did find triple nuclear and double nuke chaos once. It was almost impossible to actually finish out the game.
Times like that, you grind to 50 and hope for the best.
Well, you hope for chaos to run away.
Yeah.
I don't think you could actually kill chaos at that point.
What better way to run from you than hit level 50? Fuzzy checking the left chest here. He finds a whole bunch of nothing. ArsonHorse clearing out top right of Sky 3F. He's about to be on 4F, the maze. So Fuzzy, we said earlier, didn't have too far of a deficit. ArsonHorse picking up that early airship. What about now? Mono, if there's a lead, how big of a lead do you think we have?
Right now, probably 9 minutes. Depends on how fast Fuzzymage clear out the Earth floor.
I mean, that will be one thing in Fuzzymage's advantage once he finds the rod. That's first level Earth. he doesn't touch a single chest from that point on in Earth. And the Earth chests can be a little bit more on the spread out side.
Remember, the players have no fast and tempered. I would feel kind of uncomfortable going to TRFR without those.
And there's
What'd you
This is
find?
why,
Power bonk on ArsonHorse's side in the 4 left chest free.
high
Picked up by
five.
Fuzzy. All right, so you were just talking about this, Mona. Go ahead and finish. You don't have your fast and temper, but you found power bonk. Is that enough?
That is enough.
I mean, there's really gear-wise, I don't think of anything really you could wish for at this point.
Yeah, and that is why ArsonHorse decided to check all the chests for the power bomb.
So your ArsonHorse, you have 2 red mages. He hasn't checked every magic shop. He did just find the power bonk. Is it worth any amount of time to try to find temper anywhere out there? Do you waste any time doing that?
I think Fuzzymage checked all from shop level 1 to 7. So there was no temper and fast, must have been level 8.
But does ArsonHorse know that?
Not too sure. But he had power bomb now, he doesn't need it anymore.
All right, so we have Fuzzymage here on the Bridge of Destiny. Chat, you know what to do. If you want to see your friendly neighborhood war mech, go ahead and get out those Bless RNGs right about now. ArsonHorse will be there really, really soon. You know what? I think these are 2 guys that just for the lulz might want to go ahead and take a stab at them. You could say it's an information dive. It's academic. You want to find out if the war mech has nuke or nuclear or cure 4, one of those spells. We're going to find out here soon, though. Put those Bless RNGs out in chat if you want to see it.
So far, nothing but tasty, tasty nachos.
Nachos here, nachos there, nachos everywhere. Fuzzymage makes his way a little bit further up. He's going to rearrange some stuff. He's putting the Mazmoon on Lord. He's putting the defense. Nope, he's moving stuff around. What's he doing? What is he doing? Moving the power bonk over to Lord, it looks like. And equipping it. Not a bad move. It's not in the top slot, though.
Yeah, that's something I'm surprised Fuzzy didn't do, is make sure it's in that top spot just so that menuing is that much faster.
Yeah, I don't understand that. You took the time to go to your menu to rearrange to equip, but you didn't think to put it in the top spot. It's going to be a little bit more menuing. ArsonHorse makes his way through the Bridge of Destiny, does not see the war mech yet. He pulls Tiamat here at the 123 and 40-second mark. Let's see what he decides to do here.
Fuzzy just trying for us all.
Fade going out, 232. Nuke going out, 344. Nice roll on the nuke. Tiamat hitting like a wet noodle, 26 damage, 4 hits, 391. What Tiamat? Was there a Tiamat? There was no Tiamat.
Wait, that was a boss?
I don't think so. I think... Nah.
Oh, no, I don't think so. That was just some normal enemies. Maybe an imp in disguise as a Tiamat.
Just an imp wearing a dragon mask. I like it.
So there we see ArsonHorse's party comp making quick work of Tiamat here. Fuzzymage does not have all the nukes and the fades that ArsonHorse has. Took a little bit more time, but yet here he is lighting his 3rd orb at 124.30. The problem with that, ArsonHorse lit his 4th orb at 124. So here we are, 124. We'll call it 124 even. Makes his way 2,000 years into the past. Temple of Fiends revisited. Fuzzymage, he's only got 1 spot left. He's got to go Earth. He's going to find out real quick that was probably a play you wanted to make a little bit sooner. He'll find that rod. He'll find the ribbon. And then he'll full clear. So is this race over? No, I don't think so. We're 1 wipe away. Earth is a quick chest. Quick clear. But he's...
Yeah, for Fuzzy's sake, it's good that rod is in the upper level. If it was in the bottom level, I don't know that he'd have a chance at this point. He would have to take a pretty deep wipe on Arson's case if he had to full clear Earth.
Fuzzymage here. Looks like he's doing some fan service. He picked up the ruby. He's going to go straight to turn that ruby in to the Titan. He's going to get those fantasy points. You got to wonder. He must think he's behind because I don't think he makes this move if he feels he's in the lead. I think he goes straight towards Earth.
I mean, I have to say, in this situation, I would do the same thing because you don't want the rod to be there. Get down to vampire and realize, all right, well, I left four chests way back.
Here we see rock goals here. You know what? I think I might know somebody. I think their name might be Meridian or Demarin, maybe Wilcleosis. They might have a little bit of PTSD from these rock goals. I have no idea why they would, though. Strange.
I mean, I remember they hitting hard, so that might be it.
Yeah, that's probably it. They probably just hit really, really, really hard.
Yeah, that's it.
So Fuzzymage at the 126 mark picks up his rod, probably hit himself a little bit on the side of the head here. He realizes he just picked up his last item. He's in go mode now. Gonna make quick work. There's absolutely nothing that he could be looking for in this. Okay, if he picks up a single chest, I'd be surprised, including the one right past the vamp.
Yeah, you full cleared the game at this point, pretty much. You know that you did Marsh and it wasn't required. You know that you did Ordeals and that led to nothing. If I were in Fuzzy's shoes, I would be almost surprised I haven't seen a dot done yet. So he's definitely going to be booking it.
ArsonHorse taking a little bit of time respecting Lich. I don't like this move. I think Lich 2 is someone that needs to be disrespected, but nukes go out. Put nuke on Lich 2, 182 damage, 4 hits, 180 something change from the Mazmoon. Fade going out 139. Was there a Lich 2? If there was, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You burn what you can as early as you can on these early fiends. You don't want to see their spell list. As much as it'd be nice to know what they have, I'd rather kill Lich without seeing a nuclear that he does have than wonder where it is.
Actually, doesn't it better if you see a nuclear? Like, take it slow and see like what you have. It's not a bad idea to see his spell. What if you have Cure 4?
I think it goes both ways. It's nice to see it if you do see it, but at the same time, if you feel like you're behind, you want to get those guys done as quickly as possible. You're in absolute just adrenaline go mode. You want to get this done as quickly as possible. If you made your way here early and you think you've got a little bit of a lead, then maybe I think you draw those fights out a little bit. You see, okay, what do you have? Do you have the Cure 4? Do you have a nuke or a nuclear? Fuzzymage about to take on what I think is a vampire. We'll find out in a second if that's even a real thing. Nuke going out on carry 2, 162. Mazmoon, 4 hits, 249. So far, we have a paper Topher. Seafood platter on Arson's side, though.
And we still didn't see any spells coming out for the Fiend, so we don't really know what they have so far.
Yeah, we've just been mowing them down left and right. So far, it's might as well just be a regular encounter. Fuzzymage making his way here. This routing path is 80 steps going the south path. I actually counted this out, made a map of it. 82 steps in the middle. I'm sorry, 82 steps at the bottom, 80 steps in the middle, but you got the bats. A little bit of a longer path he's taking here, but just 2 steps. Not going to be that bad. ArsonHorse on the worst floor in the game. Hugging the bottom wall. Demon, why is he hugging the bottom?
Anytime you take steps along the south end of a room or the tile in front of a door, it does not advance your step counter. You are guaranteed no encounters.
Saving himself some encounters. He's rearranging. Some would call this, what? A veteran move?
I don't know if it's a veteran move.
Oh, I'm going to call it a veteran move. He is rearranging his gear. Takes a fight just before Kraken 2. Fuzzymage just shy of an hour and a half. About to pull Lich 1. Any respect whatsoever? None. He is straight attacking. Lich says, I'm going to get myself ready to attack as well. Let me put that fast out. 3 hits, 56 damage from the Katana. Here comes the Mazmoon. 4 hits, 248. Round 2. Shift your focus to the right side. You have Kraken 2. Nuke going out for 300 and change. Temper. We're going to put Temper on that knight with the Mazmoon. Kraken says, I'm going to toast you up with some blaze. Put that red mage down on one knee. White shirt going off. I'm going to buff up that white shirt. Mazmoon hit. 4 hits. 643. Whopping damage. Still not enough. Red mage still down on one knee. The fighter, you better swing with that fighter. He's been doing some damage. Fade coming out from the red wizard. 107. Still not enough. Here's a big hit. 4 hits. 240. Kraken 2, not the gatekeeper. We're going to move on to what some would call the echo of the floating castle. Is Tiamat going to be our gatekeeper?
I mean, if Fuzzymage wants a chance, he's going to have to be.
Rock goals. We called it earlier. Sometimes they've got some hard-hitting spells. Sometimes they hit hard. We're going to try to clear those out. Fades. We have a stunned knight down on one knee. He's not going to do much work. Fuzzymage making his way through Topher, running into a pack of Gas D's. Great XP, but I don't think he cares about that.
And again, with Arson's party, I mean, he's got all the fades he could want. Life 2 on all 4 characters. You'd have to completely wipe it in one go. If he can get one character out of this Tiamat fight, he's going to have all 4 of them up for the Chaos fight.
He'll have them all up. He's level 23 across the board. 2 levels away from getting another hit on that Mazmoon. We're going to put white shirts out on the White Wizard. We're going to put Tempers out on the Knight. We have Nuke rolling out. Nuke rolls for 164. Light 2 from Tiamat. That's a free round. So we've got our white shirts and Viz 2 stacks going up. Phantom here on Fuzzymage side. We're going to swing with that Mazmoon. We have 4 hits, 47 damage. Not looking good so far. Looks like high absorb from Tiamat too. Are we going to go offensive? We are going to go offensive. We're going to put out nukes. We're going to put out fades. Fades from Jin. 226. Nuke from ATST. Rolls low, 171. Mazmoon swing. 3 hits, 109. Still not doing much damage. Nuke coming out from Beer, 174. Tiamat, 4 hits, 119. Not happy about this. Fade rolling out. Are we doing fade from the Knight? We are no longer attacking. Absorb has kind of steered us away from that. 120, 128 from the fade. 3 hits, 3 damage. Yep, absorb too high. Tiamat says, here, let me show you how to hit. Fade rolls out for a buck and change. Tiamat 2. The Gatekeeper. We are on to Chaos. Is Chaos going to have any sort of attack?
Oh, one step before. Luckily got out of it.
Ooh. Meridian BC have both players cleared Luigi's Mansion. They forgot their vacuum cleaners, I think. Mono, how do you feel about Luigi's Mansion?
You mean the vacuum cleaner game where you suck the ghost? I don't know. I haven't bought a vacuum cleaner for a long.
Hey there, everybody. This is a PG-13. We don't do anything like that to ghosts. Here we go. Chaos Pull, 132. ArsonHorse, putting out the tempers. Did he just temper the red mage? I must have misseen that. He's going to do defense on the Knight. I like that play. Chaos leading off with Ink. Going to try to blind you right off the bat. Not exactly scary. White shirt coming off. We're going to temper out that Knight. Here we go. 2 tempers leading off in the Knight, but it was before the Knight or after the Knight hit. We're going to put out nukes here. We've stopped tempering. Only 1 defense. Here we go. Power. We're going to start going offensive here. Nuke rolling out on Chaos. 128 damage. Another nuke. 177 damage. White shirt. We're going to buff ourselves up one more time. That's 2 stacks of Invis 2 we have here. Chaos says, I don't care about your stacks of Invis. Here's some Tornado. Suck on that. So we have heal 3 going off the White. Is this fade? Nope. We're going to go nuke. We're going nuke. Ink again from Chaos, pulling out over to the Kraken strats. Another free round. 4 hits, 202 from the mighty Mazmoon. Pretty weak if you ask me. I think Vorpal would have done more. Heal 3 going off. Fade coming from Beer to Chaos. 190. Nuke. ATST to Chaos. 362. Good roll. What do we have left here? Fuzzymage about to go carry 2. Fade coming from ATST. 276. Nice roll. Nuclear out of freaking Chaos. Takes out both red mages. Puts the white mage down on one knee. White mage responds with a heal 3. Little bit too late. 4 hits, 350 from the Mazmoon. What do you do here? You have no cure 4s. You have cure 2s. Not a whole lot in your repertoire here. Cure 4 from the Knight. This is why we talked about picking up that magic spell. So the Knight's back at full health. White shirt. We're going to put more Invis 2 stacks out. Ink again from Chaos. What a weak Chaos skill list here. Power Bonk going off on the fighter, knowing Chaos missing on the White. Bane shirt. We're going Bane strats. Bane sword. Did not land. Thor hammer going off 30 damage. Mazmoon. 4 hits. 359. Nice crit. Chaos tries to hit back. Can't. Misses. Whiffs. Can't hit anything. Can't touch this MC hammer. Mazmoon going back out. 4 hits. 475. GG ArsonHorse. That's enough to get it done here. ArsonHorse takes the match. Takes the tournament win here. 2-0. Fuzzymage eliminated in the Elite 8. Guys, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that run there? Did Fuzzymage make a few mistakes? Did ArsonHorse make all the right plays?
I don't think Fuzzymage made a mistake. It's just that ArsonHorse made the right play early on, getting the floater early, gave him the 9-minute lead that he deserved.
I mean, it's a randomizer that gets to a point where you can take 2 paths, and Arson picked the right way. To
quote Edgeworth, randomizer is gonna randomize. So Fuzzymage here sees that unfortunately his tournament comes to an end here in the Elite 8. Both of these guys just joined the community in April and May, just before this spring tournament. Brand new to FFR, and yet here they are making the Elite 8. ArsonHorse in the Final 4. If you have any hesitation towards joining the community, maybe you've just picked up Final Fantasy, maybe you played Final Fantasy for 30 years, and you just don't know about this randomizer, come join us. Join the Discord. Hang out with us. Never know. You could be the next ArsonHorse.
Heck, even if you don't want to play it randomized, the conveniences and bug fixes alone make it an immensely more enjoyable game. Things like dashing, things like buy 10 at an item shop.
We're going to see if we can get ArsonHorse here in for a post-race interview. In the meantime, shift your focus over to Fuzzy. He's putting up a great show here. He knows he's already out, but he's not stopping. All right, is that an ArsonHorse I see in Discord?
That is me, sir.
GG ArsonHorse. How'd you feel about the run?
I felt like the early Crystal TOFR really helped me. That's not a play I would make usually, but with the early key and where I was, I'm like, it's a loss of a minute or two, and it's worth a quick check, because Marsh was seeming pretty tempting there without much leading the floater early, and I'd like to have avoided that if I could have.
Yes, it's actually, that's the play that win you the game.
The Crystal?
Yep, the Crystal. Fuzzymage checked that's the last possible location, so he didn't have the floater until 48 or 50 minutes in.
Gotcha.
So having the to travel around with just the canoe and the ships waste them all that much time.
Definitely. And at least you got a pretty good hard reset with cheapish tents and provokers, so it wasn't the worst it could have been, but definitely pretty fair amount of time.
So I had a question for you. You had this lab, and you used to dive Earth and then went to Marsh. I mean, it was close by, but it seems like a real gamble on your part, I think. Having to return this lab first would be the right play in my mind anyway.
Definitely. So what I was thinking there, coming off of the Sea Shrine, I was thinking about not looting top, but then I'm like, I have to, I'm here. So I did. And then... Sorry.
So it was just close by then.
Yeah, so then I go south to Earth. I'm like, well, I'm going to check top of Earth. And Earth has Rod in the top. And I'm like, all right, well, we're going to go and we're going to do Earth because, I've got Rod, I'm here. We're going to do it. Then I finish up Earth. And I'm thinking, well, I was going to dive just top of Earth, so let's dive just top of Marsh. And it turns out I got white shirt out of it, which seemed to be very helpful in the end. And then I forgot Marsh, went to Slab Cube, miraged out, and luckily the loot was there and I didn't have to worry a whole lot about that second floor sky, so wrapped up pretty well, I think.
Well, you actually dig, after you get the loot, you went past the spider room and you checked all the chests on the third floor of sky.
Yeah.
Was that you looking for the bonk?
Half was Power Glove, half was I felt like I wanted a few more levels to feel pretty safe going in.
Sounds fair.
So I felt like it was a win-win.
Arson GG for sure. We're going to shift our focus here. Fuzzymage is about to pull Chaos. He's already out of the tournament. You put an end to that real quick. You're a brand new player here in the Final Four. You got to be feeling good about that. We're going to go ahead and call this match here on the Chaos fight. Give Fuzzymage his last send-off, his last hurrah in the spring tournament of 2018. He's doing exactly what you did. He's rearranging a little bit of gear, getting himself prepared. We called that a veteran move. I agree with it when I said it then. I agree with it now. He's making sure that he has one attempt and one attempt only. We're going to do...
He is going to meme it out with a white mage, mass immune, power bomb.
You know what? I like it. I like it. Chaos putting out a little bit of attack. We're going to defense up. We're going to do white shirt with the knight. This is all about protecting that white mage. Ice 2 coming out from the red wizard. That's going to tickle. But here we go. Power bonks going out on the white wizard. So we've got attacks with the ninja. The katana 2 hits, 49 damage. No big deal. Chaos responds with 59 damage. White shirt's going out from Lord the Knight. They have the Mazmoon. Zap goes out ineffective. We're going to continue to attack. We're going to do white shirts with that knight here. We're going to stop power bonking. 3 hits, 101 damage from that white wizard. Maybe we do a few more bonks. What do you think? Katana's going out. One hit, 75. Ink from Chaos. You saw this twice, ArsonHorse. If not 3 times. White shirts coming from the Knight. We're going to load up again. Round 4. Here we go. Power Bonk from the White Wizard. Zap from the Red Wizard. Is it going to land? It does not. Power Bonk going off. Tornado from Chaos. We saw this as well. We know Nuclear is coming. Nuclear is on its way. Look at the health of all 4 Light Warriors. One single Nuclear could wipe them out. Ice 2 from the Red Wizard. Cure 4 coming out. That White Wizard's back up. Full health. Ink again. Where's that Nuclear? Power Bonk coming out. Fight. We're going to heal. We're doing heal potions. Interesting. We're going to zap. Mazmoon, 3 hits, 389 from the mighty, mighty White Wizard. Zap, ineffective again. There's that Nuclear. Puts the Knight down on one knee. Puts the White Wizard down on another knee. Heal potions, not going to cut it. What do we do here? Cure 4 from the White Wizard. Down goes the Knight. You're down to a full health White Wizard. Another Ink. Ink lands. 2 hits, 297 from the Mazmoon. Chaos says, let me show you the hit. Just kidding, I'm going to miss. 2 hits, 147. Chaos misses again. Those Invis 2s coming in handy. 3 hits, 129. Tornado, 230. Down to 77 health. Hold A to win at this point, fellas. Missed again. They attacks Chaos with Mazmoon. 2 hits, 337. Ink for the 5th time. Mazmoon comes rolling out. 2 hits, 131. 1 hit, 118. Chaos can't hit anything. Nuclear.
Nuclear ends it.
Ends the run for Fuzzymage. You gotta think at this point that's probably going to be a forfeit, but wow. What a show he put in there. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get it done, but wow. Arson, what did you think about all the inks you saw from Chaos?
I was very pleased, and then I took that first swing with the the Knight, even with 2 tempers and a power, and it was still pretty durable. So I was a little worried. I was worried the nuke was going to come out, going to have a bad time. The Nuclear came out. That's not too uncommon, but managed to get the heal 3s and then get some good damage in with the spells and the Knight, and it worked out.
Demon, any thoughts on tonight's run at all?
No, like as a newer player, it's awesome to see 2 new guys come in and play at the level that they are, kind of showing the older crowd, because Fuzzy went 4-1. He beat Maya to get here. Arson also beat a veteran, Bismarck, to get here.
Fuzzy, you mean? It was Fuzzy that knocked out Bismarck.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Fuzzy.
Speaking of Fuzzy, is that a Fuzzy I see in Discord?
Hi.
Hi, Fuzzy.
Hi.
How'd you feel about that run?
It was a good one. Man, that was a good one to go out on. And GG's Arson, this guy is a beast. And I gotta say one thing to Mr. Minochi in here. Look out. You and Ice Blue, guys, your next game. Arson's gotta go.
Well, I won't be facing Arson if I lose, right? I can totally dodge this match. I can totally back out.
That's some high IQ stuff, man. I respect the strategy.
It's a very, very good point. So for those of you who don't know, ArsonHorse moves on to the Final Four, one of our brand new players. So if you have any hesitation towards joining the community, look at this guy. He makes it look easy. He's already in the top 4. He's going to play the winner of Minochi and X-Ice Blue. X-Ice Blue is up 1-0. Doesn't mean a thing. Best of 3. If Mono can pull out 2 wins, you're going to see Arson versus Mono. Demon, how do you feel about that match?
Man, Mono is... And it's not just because you're here with me. You are arguably one of, if not the best guys up there. You're in there with Crystal. So, you know, I don't envy anyone that's going to have to go up against Mono or Ice Blue.
Fuzzy, I have one quick question for you. We may have a few more from our guys here before we wrap up, but when you found Crystal in TOF as the last place you checked, what were your feelings right about then?
The controller was attached to a wire, which is attached to my computer that I could not throw. Yeah, that was painful because I walked into Marsh and I was like, oh no, there's 3 chests up in Toph. Guess what? That's gonna have one of the items because it's going to, you know, it's Murphy's Law. And I think that was probably the big decision that put me behind in this race. So Arson's a really good, consistent player, and he definitely did the smartest strat.
Yeah, we knew when you checked Dwarf Cave, and we said, this is the moment. Is he getting that ship and sail south, or was he just routing Temple of Fiends in with Dwarf, and he's gotten that boat, and we knew that at that point Arson already had the airship.
Well, could you say my ship had sailed? Huh?
Honestly?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Fuzzy, look behind you. There's a door. Get out.
To be fair, there was more sailing this seed than I'm used to. So.
I mean, Arson ended up going into Marsh later in the match. So I mean, the actual time spent in Marsh wasn't wasted. It was just he had a good amount more travel in the airship, and the speed and the encounters is what ended up getting you.
Yeah, I kind of figured that because of where the seed was. There really wasn't much more to get, movement wise. And we hadn't seen Canal yet, so it was either floater or Canal. And if it had been floater, I was like, I'm screwed. If it's Canal, I got a chance. And the rest is history.
And I just have to say, Fuzzy, I do appreciate the fan service of taking those few extra steps, maybe on that one little chance of a war mech.
Yeah, that was one of my first seeds in a while. I haven't had a war mech. I was really disappointed. I was super geared for it too. I was looking at that fantasy points for that right there.
We were talking about that. We figured maybe you were trying to give us a little bit of fan service, get those fantasy points out. I knew if you saw the war mech, you were going to take him out. You never did. Arson, had you seen war mech, were you going to fight him?
I was thinking about it, but I probably would have gotten cold feet at the last moment and not.
We've seen some people want to check to see what spells he has, but
nuke's pretty scary, and nuclear's pretty scary too.
So as we wrap this one up here, ArsonHorse, GG. You take the 2-0 victory. You move on to the Final Four. Any last thoughts on the match there, Arson?
Just great game, Fuzzy. It was really close. You made up a lot of ground, even though I got that good crystal check. But yeah, great race, and I'm glad we got a good one. And yeah, and if it wouldn't have been for that nuclear, your White Wizard might have been able to get it out. So I was rooting for you.
Yeah. I got 2 things to say about your upcoming match. 1, you took my chance at vengeance at Minoshi, and 2, you may have taken Ice Blue's chance at revenge against me. So have fun with your next match. There's going to be some mixed feelings in there.
I mean, I can also just forfeit now. I'm going to take that right from Minochi's book, so it's not going to be off the table.
Hey, what is this? Don't copy my strats.
Hey, that's how you get good. You copy strats. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't.
Yeah, well, Fuzzy, if it makes you feel any better, if you ever want to steal some mono cookies, just race some late night shenanigans, 4-inch and shuffle. He gives them up like.
Oh, by the way, I do not condone the use of any drugs. I'm sorry about my team name at the start. What was it? Crack Lords are good? It was not. I do not endorse drugs at all.
Can you fill the audience in on what it is you were trying to say?
Well, we have a certain member of our commentary team in here who, during a race, had accidentally turned on his mic and ran into some birds, some nice little birds. Yep. And there may have been some good lord they have cracked that was broadcasted to everyone. It was fabulous.
Pretty embarrassing. All right, Fuzzy, thank you so much for trying to pull out the White Mage strats there. ArsonHorse, GG on your win here. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. You guys, thank you so much for following us here, for following along. Doubleheader match here on Speed Gaming 1. You guys got to watch Tristal versus Edgeworth. Edgeworth took game 1. Tristal is going to try to even that up, push it to a game 3. He had Will Cleosis, Mr. Versetti as the commentary there. They led off, kind of passed the mic over to us. My name is Falconic FF. I've been joined in the booth by Minochi85, another one of our Elite 8 runners. Demon Frog also joining us here as our 3-man comps. Thank you so much. We've had Tyrannix as our tracker, and we had Demoted Staff as our restreamer here. I want to certainly thank you guys for letting us into your homes tonight, for watching us, for commentating, for chatting with us. Hope you guys enjoyed as much as we have. We're going to sign off for now, and we hope to catch you guys for the rest of the Elite 8, into the Final Four, and then into the championship. Have yourselves a great night, and thank you so much.